Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
God, hey, the Most High is doing that right now. You see that Ezekiel 37 taking place. We're being raised back up, man. Right. In the land where it says they are not my people, there will you be called my people. That's what you have going on right now. All right, continue on.
If I may add, this is the gathering of the saints, man. And you read in Psalms, the 50th chapter, it say, gather my saints together who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, man. It's that great gathering, man. All right? No, you read it. Read this real quick. Verse 8. And I will sell your souls and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans to be a people far off, for YAHAWASHI have spoken it.
Hey, God, going right. Hey, that's going right into their judgment, man. Because why? They came up and sold us into captivity. Yeah, I think actually while you right there, 49 is a verse in there too. But nevertheless, because what they wound up doing to the children of Israel, taking us into captivity, they got to pay these things back, man. All right? Because you got something?
Well, if I could read.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. Because he said, well, finish what you were going to say. Because you were going to get right into it. What it is.
Hey, yeah, well, they gotta be paid back for things they want to do, man. You can't just take us into captivity and just think that's gonna settle the whole thing, man. The Most High is gonna require that, and the things that you want to do to us is gonna be the same thing gonna be done to you, man. You took us into slavery. Hey, man, go ahead and drop that.
Well, he read it already, but I'll read it again. This is verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for Yahawah has spoken it. You know, because this is all the words of Yahawah, man. All these things are going to happen to the planet Earth, all right, to the four corners of the earth, because Yahawah spoke it, all right? Yahawah said so. Okay, the Lord sanctioned these things to happen, man. Okay? Go ahead, Art.
God, we're going to get, start at verse 4.
All right, and these things are getting ready to come on the planet Earth real soon, man. All right? Things are going to be turned upright, okay? Because right now things are turned upside down, okay?
Hey, slowly but surely, hey, we already in that process now. Start out in the spirit first. The spirit is being raised up, man. The Lord called forth the prophets to start what? Raising up the spirit of the prophets first and foremost, all right? Now we being raised back up. We going out to the highways and the byways. We raising up the rest of the Israelites, all right? Also prophesying about the downfall of this here kingdom, man. Putting up the prayers that this place be destroyed quickly, man. And you see what's going on, man. Our people are waking up, all right? This in place, the infrastructure, everything is falling, man. These prophecies are coming to pass, man. All right, but we're gonna see how all this here finishes off, because why? They took us into captivity, but they gotta pay back what they owe, man. All right. Sorry, verse 4. Yep.
This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 4. Lift up thy eyes round about, and see all thy gather themselves together. They come of thee. Thy sons shall come from far. Thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side.
God, talking about what? When you go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28, Deuteronomy 28 and 64, it says we was going to be scattered into the four corners of the earth. All right, but now the Lord is raising us back up. All right, he started to see him draw his children, the children of Israel, back over to mainly here in America. All right, because like the scriptures say, look, we're not going to talk about how the Lord brought us up out of Egypt, talking about the first Exodus. We're going to be talking about how the Lord rose us up out of the land of the north. All right, so what? You're going to have your big salvation take place here. So what? A lot of you have a lot of Israelites making their way here to America with the so-called Mexican caravans. All right, the so-called Hispanics coming down from the south, coming on up to America. For what? These are the prophecies coming to pass. All right, our sons and our daughters are from being scattered away, they're being brought back. Not only that, we got brothers that's waking up around these different countries around the world, man. Brothers from Japan, brothers from Europe, all over different places, man. But what? Mainly it's starting out here in America. They're being brought back, whether it be physically or mentally in their minds, all right? Continue on.
Verse 5. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted into thee. Sorry.
Come on, read the next verse.
The forces of the Gentiles shall come into thee. Verse 6. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. The dormities of Midian of Ephah, and they from Sabia shall bring gold and incense, and shall they show forth praises of the Lord.
God, so look, the Lord said, look, basically our gates going to be open continually, that they're going to bring the force of the Gentiles, all right? They're going to not only bring our sons and our daughters, as you see with these caravans and things like that, but they're going to be bringing you gold and silver and the camels, basically all their resources, man. All right, and if you see through the spirit, man, you see these different nations. I think one of the brothers put up this earlier this week about Russia hoarding gold. All right, they raising up the gold that they got. China's raising up their gold as well, too, because why? It's all in the prophecy, man. We're not going to be going around throughout the planet digging up gold and diamonds out the earth, man. That's these heathens' jobs, man. They're going to be going to go get all this. This is why they hoarding all this stuff up, because they're going to come bending to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and try to pay off that bounty on their head, man. All right? Continue on. That's what we're reading. They're going to try to make a bargain with us so that the Most High don't smoke their ass. But guess what? You're going to give us all your resources and your ass still going into captivity, man. Continue on.
This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 7. All the flocks of Kendor shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebonoth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance of my altar.
God, they're going to come up with acceptance to the altar. They're going to come trying to be bearing gifts. Look, don't smoke us like you did them damn Edomites. Here go my children, man. Let them serve you, man. Let them be your slaves, man. Here go all my gold and all my possession, man. Take this, just don't smoke me, man. That's what these other nations going to be like, because they're going to see the damage that's been done over here to America. Go ahead.
And I will glorify the house by my glory, of my glory.
Continue on.
Who are these who are these that fly as a cloud, and as the doves, their widows?
Windows.
Surely the
ships of Tarshish. The isle shall wait. Yeah.
Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons for their silver, their gold with them.
Why did it say the ships of Tarshish first? All right, where did the first slave ships, where the first Negro slave ships come from? All right, we was over there as the Moors in Spain, man. The first slave ships came from over there in Spain and brought you so-called Negroes over here to Atlanta, man. Or to America, man. To Atlanta.
I might have get it wrong.
Hey, yeah, you right, brother, you right. But hey, I was in the South too long, brother.
I know.
But nevertheless, hey, they talking about the ships of Tarshish, man. They gonna come first, because that's where we first came from, over there in Spain first, man. All right, continue on. What you know about the dirty South? Continue on, wait for this next. Verse 10. Yeah,
Verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
God, the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. How was America built, man? Hey, who's working on these buildings over here, man? I guarantee you so-called white men is sanctioning it, but so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the ones building them, man.
Well, we seen them walk by earlier.
Yeah, we seen the construction workers walking by earlier. You see what I'm saying? We the ones building up all these damn kingdoms, man. Who built the White House, man? Wasn't no goddamn white man building the White House, man. They tell you slaves built the White House, man. We can't even live in the White House without somebody complaining about the shit, man. And we built it, man. When you go out to so-called white people neighborhood, who building them houses, man? So-called Latinos, man. So just like how we built up their kingdom, they gonna build up our kingdom. Continue on.
And their king shall minister unto thee.
Oh shit, keep going.
For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have had mercy on thee.
Well look, it said the king, we said the king's gonna what?
It said king shall minister unto thee.
King's gonna minister unto us. All right, back in, you know, like you read back in the Bible, right? Where you had like Daniel, who was like a right-hand man of Nebuchadnezzar. All right, modern days today, you had Colin Powell and Condoleezza Rice, right-hand people to George Bush and all that. Yeah, you Joseph the Pharaoh, things like that. Moses. All right, they was always basically like a right-hand man or assistant or aide to basically the rulers. Yeah, the rulers or the presidents and kings of these nations, man. They was their advisors. All right, so just like that, we gonna have them. They so-called top scientists to advise us on how to do some shit, man. We ain't gonna have to worry about it, man. They gonna be ministering to us. They top elites, man. All right, continue on.
Therefore the gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that man may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought.
Cause so just like when they had opened up the ports from like what 1600s to damn near what I believe the 1800s. I can't remember how long the ships was coming over here, but day in and day out these ships kept coming back with more and more slaves, man. All right, you got 24 hours stores that's open day in and day out. Who you think going to the damn Walmart at 4 o'clock in the damn morning, man? It's Jake, man. But guess what? We constantly giving them our resources 24 hours a day, man. We working for them 24 hours a day, man. All right, our gate's gonna be open continually that the heathen may be brought, man. They're gonna be bringing all their supplies to us 24 hours a day, man. We're gonna be open like Amscott, baby. Cashing checks, man. Continue on.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
So we was reading about how Esau was gonna be cut off forever. All right, he's the only reprobate like this on the planet Earth. It's letting you know. It's locked, you got a train. Esau's gonna fight it out in the kingdom. He's gonna still be rebellious. All right, after 1,000 years of being in captivity and slavery, your ass gonna be burnt up, man. You're gonna be wasted forever, man. All right, continue on.
Yea, those nations shall become utterly wasted.
Utterly wasted. Continue on.
The glory of Lebanon shall come into thee. The fir tree, the pine tree, and the blocks together to beautify the place of my sanctuary.
Keep going.
And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The son also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee.
So the sons of them that afflicted us shall come bending unto us. All right, you can read about that in Revelation 2 and 9, Revelation 3 and 9. All right, talking about how the Lord's gonna come and make these people come and bow down and kiss our feet, man. All right, that's the future of all these damn nations, man. Their own futures to be coming down and bowing down and kissing our feet, man. Worshiping us as their new gods, man. Like how right now we bow down and worship them. Oh, to get a job, we gotta go do this. We bow down and kiss their feet, man. To go get in the music industry, we bow down and kiss their feet, man. Or in that industry, you bend over and let them plow you. But look, in that day, they're gonna be coming and serving us, man. They're gonna be coming, how can we serve you, my Lord? All right, continue on.
And shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow them slaves down at the soles of thy feet.
Hold on, go back. They should bow themselves. They should bow themselves. Yeah, go read that one more time.
Unto thee, and all they that despise thee.
All that despise thee
shall bow them. Shall bow them slaves down at the soles of thy feet.
God.
Keep
going.
And they that shall call thee the city of the Lord.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
So all those that spoiled us, all those that devoured us, all those that touched us, they're going to be going into captivity. They're going to be spoiled. They're going to be devoured. Like we read earlier in the book of Joel, all right, you had these different players that had their hand into the slave trade, man. These Africans, all right, these what do you call it? Ishmaelites, these Arabs, all right. And now what you see going on with the so-called white man, he blowing the hell out of the damn Africans, all right. He blowing the hell out of the Middle East. These Arabs got them in subjection. The Most High is using his sword to bring judgment on these people, all right. But ultimately, the Most High gonna bring out his sword, man, all right. The thermonuclear missiles, the angels, all right, his elect, and they gonna run through these Edomites, all right. Read that one more time.
Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Hey, if I may add, and say all those that have that prey upon thee. Why? Because when you go into the history of the captivities of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, we was in slavery under who? The Babylonians, the Persians, you know, the Grecians, the Romans. All right, that's why in the scriptures in the Maccabees it says, what nation have not had a hand in her captivity, man? You know?
Hey, really on top of that, look, let's talk about the East Indian people, right? How are the East Indian people so-called licking our wounds right now, right? You got our so-called women buying all this weave and stuff like that, man. All right, our women will go out and spend their last little bottom dollar to get some goddamn weave and some hair. But who is fleecing our people in that industry, all right? It's Elam. All right, you see these Chinese people got the beauty supply store and shit like that, man. You see goddamn the liquor store selling us cheap liquor, man. Selling us all kind of abominations, man. What nation isn't getting rich up off of us, man? These goddamn Africans, Asians, and Arabs, they come over here fresh. All of a sudden they come over here and they start with nothing. They build up with their businesses. 2-3 years later, they got some money because of why? They're taking advantage of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in your neighborhoods, man. You don't see the goddamn Arabs got a gas station in these Edomites' neighborhood. Tell me some, hello, buddy. Hello, my friend. You know, hey, my brother. They don't say that to these Edomites, man. So you, Jake.
I got some.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 41. I'm going to start at verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with my right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. God, speak on that.
I mean, that's really self-explanatory, really. Hey, they that strive with thee shall perish, man. Hey, man, hey. I mean, that's really self-explanatory. Like I said, man, the Most High said, you fuck with my people, it's done for you, man. Go ahead, brother.
God, verse 12. Thou shalt seek them and shall not find them.
Ooh. Where them motherfuckers at, man? Line them up, man. But guess what? They're gonna already be done, man. They're gonna be finished, man. There ain't gonna be nothing left, man. All right, the Most High is gonna have to put the spirit on these damn nations to even fight, man. Once they see us in our full power, hey, like Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 say, man, we stand in the face of those that afflicted us, man. All right, when they see us standing on our feet, they're gonna be afraid, man. They already afraid, and all we do is telling you what your future's gonna be, man. Continue on.
God, thou shalt seek them, and thou shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, YAHAWASHI, thy power, will hold thy right hand, said unto thee.
Hey, read that part one more time, go up.
Con. It says, they that war against thee.
Now, hey, hang on. Who are they that's against us? Psalms 83, right? They're confederate against thee, right? Tabernacles of Edom, Moab, the Ishmaelites, the people that's involved in the slave trade, man. The Africans, man. All right, start with the so-called white man, all right? Go back with that, read that again.
Con. It says, they that war against thee.
And who's still against us, all right? Keep going.
Con. They shall be as nothing.
You gonna be as nothing, man. And like they talk about the so-called white man in the book of Job, man, he gonna disappear like a bad dream, man. All right, it's far-fetched to believe that right now, in the future, you're gonna be like, you remember Esau, Edom, remember the so-called white man? Be like, nah, I don't. What the fuck you talking about, I got a good memory like a motherfucker, but I can't remember the so-called white man, man.
Thousands of years.
Hey, he gonna perish forever, man. All right, wickedness is gonna be utterly put out of the earth, man.
Con. And as a thing of naught. For I, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. All right,
Hey.
how's the Lord going to help us, man? Where that sounded with the angels?
Con.
On the back of the deeds.
Bubble control. That's our help right there. That's the refuge right there, man. That's the strong tower right there. The scriptures say he flieth upon a swift cloud, man.
Hey,
You know?
he also say hotter under my wing, right?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Coming to this what's it? Coming to the temple, not the temple. Where it says calling to the Lord and hot under is basically his name is strong tower, man.
Okay.
All right, but ultimately this, hey, we're gonna be saving these chariots,
That's that
man.
nest right there, man.
Yeah, just like in Egypt, man. Hey, how did we get up out of the calamities in Egypt, man? We was following after a chariot, man, and guess what? After they got destroyed over there, man, they was walking through. And the people saw the Israelites coming. They're like, hell no, man. Y'all got that big ass shit in the desert, man. No lights. You didn't have these. Come on, man. You saw that big ass chariot, man. These people were scared, man. Just like today, man. They saw these damn chariots. They was afraid, but they durst fight, man. All right.
Con, that was on that.
Go to Isaiah 60 and verse 14. Yeah, just hold that.
Isaiah 60 and 14.
Yep.
Con, Isaiah 60 verse 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
Con. So who are all these people that despise us? Hey, hold that right quick. Let me, well, that's what you're look at Psalms 83 and Psalms 83 and 2, I think. It's a lot, brother.
I'll read it again for you. Isaiah 60:14, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
Con. So we're gonna find out who some of these people are, man, who hate us. So start at verse 2.
This is Psalm chapter 83, verse 2. You said 2, right?
Yep.
For lo, then enemies make a
Tumult.
tumult, and they that had thee
They
have
hate thee.
lifted up their head.
Con. So it says thy enemies, all right, they make this tumult, they that hate thee. So who is the Most High's enemies and those that hate him, all right? Matter of fact, jump down verse 6.
Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
All right, the first name that was named is the so-called white man, the tabernacles of Edom, all right?
And the Ishmaelites,
The so-called, basically the Arabs.
and of Moab and Harans.
Well, you got what, the Chinese. But nevertheless, we see the same people that we was talking about, all right? So going back over here, go on, you got that still?
Con. It says, and they shall call thee the city of YAHAWASHI, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated,
Yep.
so that no man went through thee. I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. And thou shalt know that I, YAHAWASHI, am thy Savior.
Hey, real quick, when it's talking about sucking the breast of these here kings, man, all right, like a baby, you got a newborn baby, you giving this baby, you breastfeeding the baby for what? Nourishment, all right? You got to build this here baby up, you got to have the vitamins, the nutrients, you building this here baby up, so you breastfeed it, right? All right, so metaphorically, that's talking about what? You building up a nation by their resources, all right? The things that keep them up on top. So who's out here in these fields? America was made rich off of what? Cotton and things like that, right? But the so-called white man wasn't picking the cottons in the cotton fields. We was the ones out there picking the cottons in the cotton fields, so he was sucking up off of our breast, off of our sweat, blood, and tears. We built this nation up for him. So guess what? We're gonna be sucking the breast of their kings, man. But we want nourishment, we want strength, we want resources. We're gonna make the so-called white man and his kings go get this stuff, man. Go ahead.
Con. It says,
Read that part again.
Con. It says, verse 16, thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings, and thou shalt know that I, YAHAWASHI, am thy Savior.
Con, so look, it said we're gonna suck the breast of the Gentiles. All right, we're not gonna go get our own resources. They gonna go get our resources, man. They said we're gonna suck the breast of the kings, meaning like your Donald Trumps and all of them, man. We gonna be getting resources from them, man. We're not going down for these regular ass Edomites, man. We want like the Rothschilds bank accounts, man. $700 trillion, man. And that's just on the first day, man. You owe me with your soul, man. Continue on.
Con. It says, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob, for brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood, brass, and for stones, iron.
Con, so this is basically a reparations package, man.
Yep.
The most, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans over here fondling with the so-called white man. All right, he trying to give you $100 billion. That ain't shit, man. He trying to give you $20 trillion. That ain't shit, man. You spend $20 trillion every year, man. All right, so 1 year go by, and he's trying to give it to you in 10 years, man. The Most High, read that part again, verse 17, I think it is.
Con. Yep. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 17, for brass I will bring gold.
So look, you want brass, you asking for brass, the Most High gonna give you gold. All right? You going to your parents, hey mom, hey dad, can you buy me a new Honda Civic? Fuck the Honda Civic, here go a Lamborghini. Fuck it, here go a Bugatti, man. All right, you want the small shit, I'm gonna give you the big shit, man. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans want these goddamn white people money, man. Fuck that, we want their children, man.
Right.
They gonna serve us, man.
That's right.
All right, every last one of these white people, they gonna be your servants, man.
Right.
That's who we want for our reparation package, man. We don't want your money, man. It's fake anyway, man. We going to work day in, day out, building up these buildings, man. They gonna build our nations, man.
Right.
Their women gonna be our concubines, man.
Right.
You hear? Keep
Right.
going, brother.
Con. And for iron I will bring silver, and for wood, brass, and for stones, iron.
So we just gonna get straight upgrades.
Upgrades ain't even a word, brother. You want to upgrade? You gonna be introduced to some whole new shit.
I got a precept for
Go ahead,
you real
brother.
quick.
Let it ride.
This is 1 Corinthians
chapter 10,
But you know.
verse 26. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. We don't want your money. We don't give a fuck about reparations, man. All the murdering and lynching and hanging and raping you've done. Man, we want vengeance and we want what was rightfully made for us, which is the earth, man. Going back to second Ezra.
I was just about to get that. Go ahead,
Spirit. Going back to second Ezra, the 6th chapter. Hey, Ezra said that if the earth was made for our sakes, how come we don't have a part in it? We don't want no goddamn money. Go ahead, I just want to speak on it.
Hey, read that precept one more time, though.
Fine. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 26. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
Come on. Hey, is that just above that? Does it say the cattle and all that is his too?
No.
Come, but nevertheless, the whole earth is the Most High's, man. So what you gonna try to give him something like? There's a precept in the scripture where they be like, "What are you gonna try to do? You gonna try to offer me some to sacrifice some cows or whatever, whatnot to me? The motherfucking whole planet is mine, man. You can't really give me nothing that it ain't already mine."
40 acres in the mule.
Right.
What the fuck? I own the earth. My
Right.
father owned the whole universe.
Right. No, we taking your ass in captivity, man. We was giving it to your hands for possession. Now it's required of your soul,
Hey,
man.
that's like you buying a boat, but somebody owns the lake.
Right.
You know? Like, come on.
Ah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Con, it says, I will also make thy officers peace and thine executors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation.
So like the brother was talking about, hey, we're gonna get an upgrade. I think this brother said we're gonna get an upgrade. Not only we gonna get an upgrade, man, it's gonna be on a level we ain't never seen before, man. You ain't never went inside the so-called hood and seen a peaceful hood, man. It's always been calamities and shit going on, but look, we ain't gonna be we're not gonna be in that state of mind no more, man. We gonna be if you gonna ride through Jake neighborhood, everybody door open and shit, gold and shit all out. Ain't nobody gonna think about touching none of that shit, man. You gotta worry about what Jake over there creeping. Hey, close the blinds, close the door. Don't be telling everybody who walks in my house. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna AHBAD you. He gonna Kanaka.
Yeah, you know how it is. Hey,
It gonna
man,
be like that, man.
we gotta pack the car up at night. You know what I'm saying? Leave a car in the driveway, the TV on when we go out of town so the neighbors don't rob us. It ain't gonna be like that no more, man. Our whole neighborhood gonna be upgraded, man. Read that.
Con, it says,
Damn, boy, you just said some shit.
in thy gates praise.
Go back up one more time.
Con, it says, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy power, thy glory.
Yeah.
Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself.
Yep.
For YAHAWAH shall be thine everlasting light.
No, just the sun shall never go down, the moon shall never not shining. You go to Revelation, I believe the 12th chapter, that represents knowledge, wisdom, understanding. All right, and also just the glory. All right, it shall be no darkness in Israel, man. We just gonna be it's beautiful glory, man. It's the scriptures say we shall not have no need of the sun, because the glory of the kingdom. But that's metaphorically speaking. You know, we still gonna have night and day, but what it's saying is the kingdom is gonna be so glorious that hey, it's gonna be as if you don't need the sun, man. That's how much we're gonna be illuminated and glowing and just shining, man. You know?
Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Yep.
It have to be studied.
Exactly.
Have to be doing none of that.
We're gonna be like Solomon and plus, you know.
Hey, 144 overall, man. You know, when you go to trade a player, got 99 overall. Your elect gonna be 144 overall, man. You know?
So the other nations gonna be
Hey, cheating ass motherfucking nation, dog. Hey, but the scriptures say what nation is wise unto thee, is like unto thee, man. You know, because of what? That wisdom, knowledge, understanding, book of Deuteronomy. You know?
Hold tight real quick.
Kind of got something. All right.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 21, verse 4. And YAHAWAH shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
So you ain't gonna wake up with pink eye. You know?
I won't.
You know, you ain't gonna wake up with your knee hurting and your back hurting and shit. The hell no, man.
Hey, we not gonna have none of the calamities we got going on, like going back to the wisdom and knowledge and all that stuff, man. We gonna be fully on point, man. All right, was that it on that the first one? No, it was just verse 4. Do you have something? You have a precept? All right. Well, you got a precept. Bring that first.
Kind of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways.
That's what's going to come with the kingdom too, man. These other nations are going to want to come learn of the cheat codes, man.
They're going to want to be an Israelite. I want to be an Israelite.
Oh, shit.
You know what you want to be? Oh, I want to be an Israelite. You know, they're going
Hey, you see that now where they say, oh, we want to go to be a Tibet monk. We want to go study that type of stuff. We got to go study Buddha. They trying to go, yeah, they studying all these different people and stuff, Aristotle or whatever, whatnot. But in that day, they're going to be like, oh, we got to, but they going to know, man. We're going to have the power and the glory and everything. We're going to have a whole new kingdom, man. We're going to be manipulating elements, having chariots, all kind of stuff. They're like, we ain't never seen no shit like this before, man. We got to go deal with these people, man. All right? Was there,
Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
You got to sit on that?
No. Read the rest of that chapter.
All right. It says, we will walk in his ways and paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of YAHAWASHI shall from Jerusalem, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
Come on, real quick. Hey, but that's what you're starting to see at that point in time when the Lord set up the kingdom, that the rulership's going to stem from there, man. You're not going to have these other nations doing what they want to do here and there. They got their rule. Nah. When the Lord set up the kingdom of heaven, the rulership's going to be from there on down, man. All the standard going to be withheld from Israel, man. All right, continue on.
Con, it says, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. All right, now if I may add, because why is nation not going to learn war anymore, man? All right, because once the Most High YAHWASHI send his only begotten son YAHWASHI back with the angels, simultaneously you're going to have 144,000 being raised up, man. All right, and then not only that, but you're going to have all corruption going on across the four corners of the earth. All right. And then who gonna overtake the kingdom? Daniel 7 and what's that? Daniel 7 and 18? The saints of the Most High. You know, hey, just yesterday, me, the brother, Michael Allah, and AHBAD was going to the store. You know, and through the spirit, you know, we was like, damn, hey, we ain't gonna be on this low level all this time, man. All right, the right hand side ain't gonna be on this low vibration all this time, man. So that's how the nations ain't gonna learn war anymore, man. Because we gonna be turned the fuck up, man. You gonna know what it is to be an Israelite in this time. Okay? You gonna know who the Israelites are by the glory that YAHWASHI is gonna magnify on his men. Okay? It says, it's almost done. It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord. All right, so what? The nation's gonna know what? The nation's gonna know that when YAHWASHI take this curse away from us, from being a so-called Negro, Latino, Dominican, all right, and put us back into our primary nationality, all right, biblical nationality. All right, we raised up and be those 12,000 men out of each 12 tribes. All right, that 144,000 the government with the 1/3. Then you gonna know what it is to be a God on the planet Earth and how a God rock, man. All right, and how to rule in righteousness, man. You see, that law is gonna go forth, man. All right, because we're gonna distribute that throughout the four corners of the earth, man. The same men that you see out here that's reading Bibles, it's called Bible totes. All right, we're gonna be raised up, man. All right, thus saith the scriptures. Okay, that's all I want to say, brother.
You want to grab something? Sure.
Yeah.
You done? No,
Yeah.
you done.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Come on, that was it on that.
Okay, come on. All right, go on.
All right, shalom, she brother AHBAD. And basically, like the brother was going into, Esau Edom is gonna pay for his wickedness. Esau Edom is gonna pay for the slavery of our people. And 2/3 shall also pay for them saying that put the blood of YAHWASHI upon their children, which would be the 2/3. But right now, this is the spirit. This is the spirit of YAHWASHI. The spirit of YAHWASHI prophecy. And as you can see, we are living in the year of Corona. All right, which has been deemed by the elder apostles to HALAL great MILLSTONE, which basically we know the spirit of YAHWASHI is dealing with that man. All right. So it's gonna become a time in America where if you don't have this chip, they will not allow you to purchase. They will not allow you to catch a flight to New Orleans or to New York or to Japan, because we're coming into these times. Because you can tell that the Heavenly Father is not playing. The Heavenly Father is shortening the days, and He's also allowing a lot of prophecies to come to pass at once. Salaki. That's how you can tell. The elder Uriah from Chicago, the second in command, said there are 5 brothers going live right now. There should be 20. And I was watching another brother from Louisiana camp. He was like, hey man, you need to be doing these videos. You need to find out how to filter water. You need to find out what herbs you can eat. All right, the brother even said like, stop playing the game all day. Stop playing 2K all day. Become a man. Things of that nature. In other words, we in the last days, man. All right, the mark of the beast is already here. All the videos we're putting up, all that reading we doing, all that fellowship with the brother, that's what's required of us. But are you gonna be prepared? Are you gonna be destined to get a seat on that chariot, whether you don't take the chip or you die from not taking the chip? This is a very serious matter. The same book that we read, which is known as the Bible, speaks about how apostles died for the truth. So this is not a fucking cakewalk, man. Understand what you got yourself into. Don't you know that angels are watching everything? The angels watching all the wickedness of Esau. So as I'm sitting here and I'm saying, oh, Esau doing this, Esau doing that, the angel also saying, well, I ain't doing what I am doing. When nobody's around, the most critical time of your life is when you by yourself. Because you're not pulling the fast on the Most High. But nonetheless, though, we're going to go into the mark of the beast. Can I get Revelation 13? The water,
It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead or in their right hand. But it doesn't matter what hand you get it in. It's basically known as it's a point of servitude, okay? It makes you a servant unto them. Matter of fact, hold that, Bible. Can you please get me on Leviticus chapter 20? What is it, verse 44? When it says the heathen shall be your servant. But a little bit above that, it says that if you have a servant in Israel, you put an oil through their ear. All right?
I think so. Not mistaken. It's been a minute since I've looked for that one.
21. No, go to 21. Through the spirit. Just through the spirit real quick. It's not there. It's lucky. It's been over. Oh. The old, I think it's in Leviticus 20? Yeah, it's 20, 44. Yeah, it's in the law. It's in the law.
I'll see if I can find it.
See if you can find it real quick. Bible Shop. Matter of fact, can you read that one more time, Bible Shop?
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And this is why we have this image right here. Okay, this is going to determine if you really were serving YAHAWASHI with all sincerity and being diligent. Okay? Deuteronomy 15 and 17. Water.
Got a few of them on there.
Yeah, it's a few of them up there. I think it was one like in Leviticus. Right?
What you looking for? Right here?
I thought somebody.
It's in Exodus though.
Yeah, 15.
This is
Read it.
This is Exodus 21 and 6.
17.
Then his master, this is a law concerning, captivity.
Right.
Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever.
He shall put a what? An awl. Matter of fact, go to the word awl. Put an awl through his ear, and he shall serve him forever. That means that I'm gonna own you forever. So, hey, that's why Esau gonna put the RFID chip inside your body, because he wants to rule over you forever.
It's called, hold on, brother.
What there, brother?
The definition for what was the word? It was awl. It says awl, a boring instrument. And to go on top of that, I'm over here holding the word for mark, and in Revelation 13 and 16 it says charagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark. This says a mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, sculpture, graven work. Going back to this here definition again, it says an awl or boring instrument. So, like the brother going into, all right, if you wanted to serve that master forever, basically, basically it was your brother. If Here's a good employer. You want to serve him forever. You put that, you know, that signet or that earring inside your ear. All right. But that's basically that mark or that, like I said, boring instrument. You know, you get your ear pierced, it bores through your ear. All right. Same thing. Same with the mark of the beast. They're gonna forcibly imprint this or how you say, engrave it into your skin.
Now, the brother was speaking about bore. I went into the root word of the word bore, which is ratazai, and it says to bore, pierce of the ear, to pierce. It's a piercing. When you're piercing your skin, you're breaking your skin, like with a needle. So that's talking about the RFID chip, the radio frequency identification device, which is here today, the water. All right.
Hey, they also got big drilling machines, a boring machine, man. They bore holes through the ground or whatever, or you bore holes through whatever, man. Basically like digging, man. So they like going back to the word karagma, they gotta dig inside of your skin, man. Just like that earring. You go get an earring, they take the earring gun and it instantly bores through your skin. All right.
That's right, brother. That's absolutely right. It bores through your skin. So that goes to show you that if you do get that, you become branded. And didn't I say like to brand a horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, to brand a horse.
The mark branded upon horses.
A mark branded upon horses. But what Esau used to do, during the time was the hardcore bondage, they'll take one of them hot steel iron, them sticks, and they'll put it in the coal of fire. And then they'll put it on the skin of the cow or the horse. And if it's a cow, the cow will move. But you can see the smoke coming off the skin that's being burnt alive.
Hey, look at this.
Go ahead, up.
When you type in boring instrument.
Boring instrument, it penetrates. Boring instrument. Okay? They go back to the mark of the beast, the water up.
You welcome.
Come.
Hey, but like the brother was saying about the horses and the cows that they be branding, all right, you got in the college fraternities or whatever with the black folks, right? They got, I think it's the Q dogs.
Kuma South Alpha and all that. Yeah, the Q
but I think it's the Q dogs. They get it actually branded on their arm with a big ass Q, man.
Yep, they get a big Q branded on their arm.
Right.
Just same thing they would do with a horse, or the same thing they would do with a cow. Go ahead,
And the reason that they do that to your horse or your cow is what? To show ownership of property, man. All right, just like every last one of these cars down here, they all got what? They all branded, man. There's a car that's branded by Toyota. I know the person who owns that car, Toyota. That one, Volkswagen, and Ford. Go ahead, brother.
And that's the spirit, Salaki.
Hey,
because we.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Because when you think about a Q dog getting that branded, they also take a vow. All right. I mean, it's certain Q dogs that may not even, no other Q dogs who may be famous or whatever, but they all have the same vow. Okay. So you take that brand, you're vowing to the government to rule over you.
Right.
And that goes right back to the Great Society by Lyndon B. Johnson back in 1954. Same thing with the woman. They vowed to follow after Esau. Because what? Oh, as long as no man is here, I can get everything paid for. Hey, as long as you don't accept YAHAWASHI, we'll give you everything with this microchip. That's basically what you're doing if you take this chip. You casting away your husband. That's what our women did before women libs in 1960, and that's what you will be doing to Yahawah, who our maker is our husband, which we will be doing if we cast him away if we took that chip.
And the scriptures say, he that giveth the wife getteth a possession, right?
The water.
That's your possession. We the Lord's possession. So the same, but you gotta understand what's going on right now.
That's heavy.
We started out, we wanted to be like these other nations. We wanted to have the kings over us. The Most High gave us a king over us, man. We started going out, we want to serve these other nations.
Yep.
Now we serving these other nations.
Never satisfied like a woman.
Right, our job was supposed to be following after the Lord. He's supposed to be our God. That's the first commandment. Thou shalt not have any other God before me.
Our hedge.
Our hedge. But what did we wind up doing? We wanted to serve Esau. So at the end all be all, like you can read in Ezekiel, 9:4, there's also a different word there for mark. You're going to get the mark of the Most High, being that that's his possession.
I think it's thumb.
Right, yeah, the wall or something like that.
The wall.
I believe, now that's a whole completely different word, all right, but what? You being branded as the Most High's possession, right? You got that wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the things he broke down into you, all right? That information inside of your head, that's a different type of mark. We're the children of the Most High in righteousness right now, but 2/3 of our people, they want to be owned and be possessed by the so-called white man. Right. So he's going to put his mark and his possession on you, all right? So what? You got 1 or 2 marks to take. You want the mark of the Most High? Which, like, Ezekiel 9:4, it says, the ones that's on the highways and the byways crying and sighing for the abominations thereof, put a mark on them. All right, but to the rest that don't have that mark, that's not so-called got the mark of my ownership on them, kill them motherfuckers, man. If you ain't got that mark, kill their ass, all right? And the only people who ain't gonna have that mark is the ones gonna have this mark, man.
And you wanna know why? Because it says in Hosea that we are betrothed unto the Lord. If we are betrothed, we are engaged. So let's say I do go and take that mark, which is known as the RFID chip. I've just committed adultery because that RFID chip another God. So if you take that RFID chip, the mark of the beast, that just goes to show that you are committing adultery against the Heavenly Father.
You want Esau to reign over you as his God, man.
Exactly.
Ultimately, you saying, look, I want him to possess me and I'll be his possession, man. Instead of having the mark of the Most High on you, you want to have the mark of the so-called white man on you, man. Hey, it's the same thing. He said, hey, I'm going to be like the Most High, man. With this, the so-called white man can track your ass down, man. He know what you eat. He know what your body temperature is. He know everything about you, man. All right? The Most High said, look, I know how many gray hairs you have on your hair. I know how many hair follicles you have on your hair, man. I know every last one of them. The so-called white man gonna try to be the same way, man, knowing all things with this here microchip, man. So you gotta choose who you gonna have your master be. You just had that in Joshua.
Because when you go into the root word of charagma, it's crocs, or crocs, if I'm saying that, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, which means a graph, all right, a collection of data. All right, that's what these chips are gonna hold. You know, it's gonna hold all this information about you, man, your money, your bank account, all that.
Brother, you're absolutely right. Because whenever you, even in Fortune 500 companies, whenever they have a bar graph or a line graph, and it all goes back to statistics. It all goes back to statistics and data. They want to see how much have we grossed over this quarterly or this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what the RFID chip is gonna do. It's gonna track all of your vitals, all of your statistics, how much money in your bank account, how many times you walked and stepped today, what's your longitude and latitude. Go ahead.
I misspoke. It's the root word of charagma is charax, and the root word of charax is grapho, which means to write with reference to the form of the letters, which is talking about this data. Salakia, I misspoke when I said charax, but it's grapho.
But it's no different though, because a graph gives you statistics as well. Okay, graph sound like graph, you know.
Hey, but back to Brother Up, what he's explaining, they have a word for it. It's a definition. It's called biometrics. All right, it's a compound word. Bio is basically living, right? Metrics, the measurements, all right? The measurements of life, man. They're gonna measure, it's not on here, but it's gonna measure everything about you, man. Your heart rate. Hey, look at your iPhone now, man. They got the pedometers or whatever, whatnot. Your heart rate, how you sleeping and everything like that. That's what biometrics is, man. You go to, with the Obamacare now, you got to get all these damn, go to the doctor for all these different things. What do you think they doing with this stuff, man? George Bush implemented the Real ID Act, man. All the new driver's licenses now got that little chip in the top right corner, man. You don't even need a passport because why? All your information, your biometrics is in there now. Just like your cell phone, man. All your information is in your cell phone, but ultimately it's gonna be in this chip, man. Ultimately it's gonna be put inside your body, man.
Yo, like I say this too, because Esau was trying to do something with the facial recognition and all the biometric type shit, right? To where if your vitals heart start beating fast, going too high, he's about to commit a crime. Yeah, he about to do something like let's say we all in a public area. And we all, you know, had some type of biometric, shit on us.
Yeah, spirit, don't go off.
And you know, a brother about to do something, or somebody about to do something, and it just start, you know, you getting it. You know, when you about to do something, you know, your blood start pumping and all that shit, and then that'll send that signal to them, that alert, like, yo, watch this one, because his vitals are
raised up.
high. Yeah, like higher than everybody else's, man. You know, Esau, you know, just
a great movie to back you up is called Minority Report with Tom Cruise.
I gotta watch that.
Brother, you gotta watch it. Because it's Minority Report. It basically goes into where the police, they can predict before a murder happens.
Yeah, and bro, that's that science fiction. They really are. That's what they're trying to do,
bro.
They trying to prevent crimes before they happen based off this biometric shit.
And there's also a scene in there when he basically got an eye implant. Because every time what they do, and they're looking for you, they go into every apartment, these small little technical little robots, and they scan your retina, and then they find out who you are. See, he got an eye implant, so they couldn't scan who he was.
What color was it? What color was the eye implant?
I have no idea. It was blue. It probably was blue. It was Tom Cruise. Yeah, it was blue. So
they did the same shit in The Purge. They all had the little blue.
So through the spirit, whenever they scanned him, he basically they gave him a Moabite Moabite information. When he walked into a store, whenever you walk into a store, it shows you basically what's on your mind and what you think and what you like. They say, "Oh, how you doing?" They say, "Okay,
They doing that now.
Exactly. So
With your phone.
Right. On your phone.
I forgot what I've been speaking about. Oh, but yeah, by something. But then the ad starts showing up on the phone. The phone listening to you the whole day.
I was looking up cologne about a week ago. To this day, I'm still getting
ads about cologne.
I'm like, yo, why the fuck this ad keep popping about cologne?
They listen.
Because they listening, they're watching everything, they tracking everything you doing. Yeah. So basically, when you take that RFID chip, you are saying,
and that's why you got to have a Google account as well too.
Everything.
You know, because Google, you know, those algorithms, you go on Google, you search everything. So pretty much on every Google account, they know something about all of us. What he likes. Profile. Exactly. What he likes, what he always searching for, the things he view. That's why you gotta have a Google account, man.
And you know what it is too? Everything is carbon copy. Whatever you put on the internet, once you put it out there in the cloud, that's it. It's out there. Yeah. It's permanent, you know? So they want to be like the Most High. They go back to 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter. Is it the second or the first? It's the second. 2 Thessalonians, okay? The man of perdition who exalted himself above the Most High and all the things that I call God. All right, that's exactly what they do. They promote themselves above the Heavenly Father and all his inventions.
But that shit ain't gonna come to pass.
It ain't.
Hey, he disappointed the devices that are with you.
Yeah, continue.
Revelation.
Wait, it's like real quick before you go, because don't the scripture say the Lord knows the reins in the hearts of men? Well, Esau, he want to be able to do that. He want to be able to know what you're thinking. Yeah, read your mind, you know? Just him trying to be like the Most High.
This is Revelation 14 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So, no man might buy or sell unless he have the mark, which is known as the RFID chip in his body. See, you people can frolic and walk up and down Tampa and go and buy you a couple beers, give your children some lemonade. But when that day comes, when the government says your dollar and your credit card and your debit card has no value, what are you going to do then? Are you going to rely on YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, or are you going to rely on Egypt? The scripture says, woe to them that trusted in oppression. Okay? Woe to them that go down to Egypt and trusted in chariots. See, a lot of these people don't understand what's coming right now. Because what the Lord said, while you had liberty at my law, hell, we still at liberty. So we not fucking exempt. I'm talking to the elect right now. You're not exempt. Stop acting like you exempt. The Lord is going to get you if you not do what you're supposed to be doing. Scarcely make it, bro. We're reading the same book, right? Thrown into a lion's den, thrown into a pit of fire. Bro, we not exempt, man.
We gotta go through
we not.
Hey, scripture say
That's some heavy shit to think about, bro.
Scripture say he that
Stop
endured to
acting.
the
We
end.
not saved yet.
Yeah.
God.
You gotta go through.
And Jacob's trouble gonna come, but the Lord gonna save us out of it. He gonna save us. But remember, man, we gotta do all that we can right now, because knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our time. These people out here don't have the knowledge of the Lord. They're not concerned with that. That's fine. By the foolishness of preaching to save those who do believe. We don't care if y'all don't believe. Somebody got to be a 2/3, and somebody got to be that consuming fire. All right? With the tongue and their mouth being consumed, with your eyeballs and your skull being consumed, with your flesh falling off of your body while you're standing on your 2 feet. Somebody got to be inside that consuming fire. I just hope it's not me. So let me go through this spiritual fire right now, so that the Lord give me the spirit where I don't have to take this damn chip, man. The Lord gonna humble everybody in that day. Believe that. Salaki, go ahead.
Isaiah 14.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 10, or verse 9. The third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
Now the beast and the image, that goes back to the society today. Because America's pretty much like the foundation, the standard of what you're supposed to be today. A homosexual, effeminate, in a state of debauchery, always under some influence, okay? Always entertained, always happy, okay? Do as thou wilt. That's the American spirit. That's what they want you to, that's their beast. That's that system. Okay, that's riding. So like America's the whore, the beast is the system. All right, which goes back to Britain. Okay, go ahead up.
As Revelation 14:10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture.
The same shall drink from the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. That's why we give the scriptures to you straightforward. This is without mixture as well. This is strong drink. This is wine. It's sweet in your mouth. It's kind of bitter in your stomach. Now you want to throw it up. It make you feel good, right? But then you took too much of it. You got to throw it up. Nah, I'm good. I don't want no more. Nah, brother, you already don't pop the bottle. What you talking about? Matter of fact, you know what that's like? Putting your hand to the plow and taking it off. As soon as you drink grape, as soon as you drink wine or eat grapes, you're not a Nazarite anymore. So as soon as you touch that plow, you're not exempt anymore. Nobody is exempt anyway. All right? Go back to the beast. Go ahead. One more time.
It says, what, verse 10?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Isaiah of Revelation 14:10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture.
That's judgment. Cont. Go ahead.
Into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels.
Fire and brimstone. In the presence, you get up, you like Sarah Connor. Fire and brimstone. In the presence of the holy angels. Brother, bring it. Come, the water. Fire and brimstone. Look at that. This is what's coming to America.
That's right.
This is what's coming. Fire and brimstone. It's already here. This is not far-fetched. We out here telling you, man. By the fear of the Lord. The terror of the Lord. The terror of the Lord, we persuading men to come out here to listen and hearken and push this word. Because the Lord finna come with a mighty judgment. And guess what? If you ain't been entered into them chambers, I see you on the other side, Slovakia.
Once the missiles start flying,
once the missiles start dropping, all I'm gonna keep doing is praying. And you better, you better hope you got enough money in your spiritual bank account to get up out of here.
Right. You gotta have
Cause,
you gotta have enough. You gotta have the right tokens to get on this train. Shit.
What's that? They showed him the backhand of that car, but the Spirit revealed to him what was on the opposite side, so he was able to enter the club. All right. That go back to that mark inside your head. Going back to Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, the 4th verse. You want that mark. It said, mark the men that sigh and cry of the abominations thereof. Sigh and cry. Sigh and cry like we out here doing the word. Okay, hey, you know, the Most High, and then you see two faggots walk by kissing. You be like, man, what the fuck? That's sighing and crying. Hey, that's what the Lord told me. Go ahead, dog.
Also, when you be accusing, why y'all out there cussing and why y'all, motherfucker, we tired of being in hell, man. Wisdom, what it say? Oppression make a wise man mad. We know the condition of the fight, man.
A wise man.
We understand that this so-called white man is trying to raise our children up to be homosexuals to destroy us, man.
Right.
You think we gonna like that, man? Well, the so-called white man, brother, he trying to molest our children.
Trying, brother.
Yeah, he gonna.
But let's put it in the hands of the Lord. The Lord telling you who the wicked is. So guess what? We're gonna force all of this down your throat.
Yeah.
And guess what? To the point we're gonna force you to take this chip.
Yeah.
They just forcing everything. You wanna know why? Even Revelation 12:12, Bible Kashar. This is why they're forcing it. Continue on to read that verse.
This is Revelation 14:11. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth his mark of his name.
And that goes right back to whoever does not hearken unto this gospel, or who have hearkened and not just only being a listener, but a doer of the gospel. Because the Lord knows the reins of your heart. So you don't want to take this chip in that day. You want to pray to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, to guide you in the spirit, to put you in autopilot in the spirit. Because everyone thinks they have power when they can swipe their card. But when your card declines, when your dollar has no value, who you gonna turn to when you're hungry? Who you gonna turn to when you're thirsty? Who you gonna turn to when you want shelter? Who? You gonna trust in man? Come on, man.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right.
woe to thee, woe to the inhabitants of the earth,
Woe means destruction, death to you people who don't hearken to the Lord. Go ahead.
and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
Having great wrath, man. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I haven't seen it either. But I envision it in my mind. What's the worst scenario, the most I could possibly put me in? Take me out of it. That's all I put in my, I'm thinking about that. What's the worst thing that can happen? Lord, save me from this. Because he knows your worst fear. So I'm asking him to save me from that and to save other brothers from that. Go ahead, up.
It says, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
And Esau, the Most High gonna allow Esau to have a field day on us. Matter of fact, go back to when you was in elementary school. You know what a field day was? The whole school that shut down. You out there getting your face painted all day, running around, drinking juice, eating cookies, playing with all your friends, all the parents out there. You out there running around in the sandbox. He's gonna have fun on our ass. But hey, to the elect in the 1/3, you ain't gotta worry about that. But this is the time right now to get your shit together. Cause Esau know he got but a short time. That's why the elder always say they shaking in their boots, man. Go ahead, up.
Got a quick precept tying it with the missiles as well. This is Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone.
Oh, that's the call all YAHWASHI. Hey, and that goes to show you that when it says those 200 million missiles, that goes back to the angels, because it said brimstone. Now, during the time of Lot, there was no such thing as thermonuclear warheads, but did not the Lord rain fire and brimstone by the angels? The same thing with them thermonuclear warheads. Them nukes gonna know where they gonna hit at, because the angels gonna be guiding them. Because the same angels through the spirit and power YAHWASHI are the same angels that guided that fire and brimstone in Sodom and Gomorrah. And America is also gonna be an example, actually a post-example of Sodom and Gomorrah, because of all the wickedness that it has done, and also for them being the rebirth of Sodom and Egypt, spiritually. Okay, you got more now?
If you want, I can read the last verse.
Well, read that one more time.
This is Revelation 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him.
The false prophet, that's the Roman Catholic, man. You know?
Vatican City. With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image.
Salaki, you said Vatican City, right? Me and his brother Khalakala used to work at Walmart. There was an Edomite. He said he was Jewish. He showed this brother in his hand that he got the mark in his sock, in his arm.
And that was like 2013.
That was 2013. He said, yeah, man. He sounded like a leprechaun. He said everybody in the Vatican has to get this chip.
He already had it, bro.
He said he had the chip.
That was like 5 years ago. He showed me that shit, bro.
That brother, that's so beautiful. The spirit, the water YAHWASHI.
He had a cut right.
He had a cut. It
right
showed you
right in his elbow.
He said everybody in the Vatican has to have it.
He said, how else you expect me to leave the country?
All right.
They already got that shit, bro.
Spirit, read it one more time,
not new, man.
And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet.
The false prophet. Go ahead.
That wrought miracles before them.
Right here, the miracle.
That's a damn miracle.
Well, keep going, guys.
Tracking everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Shalak, we know we got 10 minutes. You know, we'll be here all night, brothers.
With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image.
And then, hold on, Salaki. The point I wanted to make was that it said we know the false prophet is the Vatican. This man right here, it said they fooled them basically into getting the mark. He already got the mark, so that was prophecy being fulfilled when he told about the Kanakala that. So I just want to bring that out. That's literally prophecy that was fulfilled. Go ahead, God.
These both were cast into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone.
God, so like what the brother's reading, basically, your judgment for taking that RFID chip, all right, is you gonna wind up swimming in the lake of fire, right? We know where the lake of fire is. It's America, right?
Well, the brother brought it out earlier, but in Revelation 14, it tells you that they shall drink of the same cup.
God. So, but nevertheless, when you go back into this here chip, man, one thing that's in this here chip is a tracking device, man. You get this damn chip, there's no way you're gonna run from them damn missiles, man. Because, hey, they got smart missiles now. Your ass is grass once you get this damn chip. There's nothing you can do about it. And there's nowhere you can hide from this shit. Once they launch them off, the missile's gonna find you, man. That's twofold, man. The Lord said you take this chip, you gonna drink of that wrath. All right, so twofold. You get this tracking device in you, you can't run from them damn missiles.
I was just finna say that. You get that damn chip. Hey, I gotta salute you on that one. You get that chip,
You can't run.
hey man, you can't run from them nukes. You already marked. That's the mark. That's the mark. You get that chip, you already marked for a nuke. The Most High gonna destroy you with a nuke. But if you resist that chip and you take the spirit of YAHWAH upon you, you'll get that mark of exemption. It's that simple, man. That's it. Go ahead,
Now, I was just gonna say, you can get the mark and then start going out on the highways and byways and try to prophesy them. You still ain't gonna make it.
Damn, are you working?
you still ain't gonna make it, man. You got the mark. And don't try to pick it out your flesh, because you already got it, man.
Accept it once you accept it.
Yeah, because it's a self-conscious thing, like the brother said, accepting it, because they're not going to sit you down and force it into your skin.
Right.
You have to self-consciously accept it.
Already,
Like, it's a mental
that's
thing.
spiritual. So right now, as we speaking, everybody can subconsciously say within themselves whether or not you will or will not receive the mark of the beast. Because, hey man, when it comes down to that day, that's what's gonna matter the most. Like I always say, man, seek your own salvation with fear and trembling. But be ye followers of me of a Mashiach as I am of Paul.
Because I used to think the same thing.
Always,
when I
man.
first came into the truth, to Elder Zahar, he answered it, through the spirit. But I was like, damn, but what if they get you in a concentration camp, pull you down, and just slip one in you? He says it's gonna be like a self-conscious thing. Like you have to like accept it. Like I'm with this. Like you have to like pledge. Like
if you don't pledge with it, you know what that goes back to? The Lord knows the reign of your heart. Because I thought about that before. What if they force you? Well, the Lord know that you didn't subconsciously want to take that. They force that upon you. But will you still keep your faith? Will you still cry to me? Will you still? Because you want to know why I say this? Psalms 115:3. But our God is in the heaven. He'll do whatsoever he pleases. King David committed premeditated murder and adultery. Boldly. And then get put to death. That's mercy, man. So, hey, we want to share mercies of David. Let's say that does happen, man. Let's pray the Most High put the mercies of David upon us. Because we building up the house of Yahshua Dawadah. We want them sheer mercies. You want the powers, right? I want mercy before the power.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Let me get mercy
first.
and then I think about the power later.
Right.
You know? That's what I want, man. Salvation. All right. Anybody got anything else for the spirit? You know, it's a lot in the spirit. Anybody else got anything else? Hey, well, I want to close out on Galatians 5:5. That's my favorite. All through the spirit, man. That's all we got right here. Hey, man. Listen. It's gonna seem scary. It's gonna get real out here. Things are gonna get heated up. But guess what? You got YAHWAH with you, the creator of heaven and earth, who is our God. AHBAD. You have to believe that you're never alone, all right? You have to believe you're never alone. Remember that. Even though the brothers may not be with you in that day, hey, hopefully you be with some brother, but if not, you're never alone. And you got to always keep that mentality within yourself, all right? All right, we're going to close out with this precept right here.
This is Galatians chapter 5, verse 5. For we through the Spirit wait for the hope and righteousness by faith.
Hey, so for we through the Spirit wait for the hope of righteousness by faith, man. So through the Spirit of YAHWAH in these words, we waiting for the hope, things that are not seen, of righteousness, which is the kingdom to come by what? Our faith. That's all we have. That's basically what this ministry consists of. All right? So with that being said, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto
YAHWAH, by Shem, Yahushua, by Shem, Rakah Kodash.
Double on side of the apostles. Singing honor to all your sisters and brothers. Peace and blessings to the 1/3. To the confusion of faces. Like I always say, man, call me at Allah. Walk like a ball. Shalom.